this week was probably more involved than any other week that I've had since I've been on this medication. Welcome back to our week 34 update on our Zepbound journey or compound Tirzepetide. We are getting our compound Tirzepetide from Mochi Health, and right now we are okay. We are happy with the service. We are happy with the medication and with the doctor's visits. So this week I'm just gonna just say it like shaking the camera. This week there are some side effects that happened that I was not expecting, and side effects that returned that I actually had before. And then when it came to the weight check in and our scale check in, of course, things are always going to be unexpected. But this week, I did change up some things that I was doing, and I really didn't expect anything different on the scale. But stay with me so I can give you my weekly update. This week was probably more involved than any other week that I've had since I've been on this medication. By the way, I'm Jay, and it's the Life of Rich and Jay. And just stay and keep watching. So my side effects. I experienced, this is now going on the third week, or this, well, I've had 2 full weeks of fatigue. On Zepbound, I did have fatigue. I had extreme fatigue where I actually had to leave work one day because the fatigue was so I could barely drive to work. So this time the fatigue is not as serious, it's not as severe, but it's noticeable. I was taking my shot day is on Saturday mornings. I have now switched it to Friday night because of the fatigue. I'd rather take it at night and then sleep and try to get that out of my system. And then hopefully on Saturday I feel better. And this morning I actually don't have fatigue right now. The fatigue was actually hitting me in the middle of the day. So right now it's about 10:30 in the morning. So we'll see. But I actually had fatigue. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing or had experienced that on Zepbound or on a compound Tirzepatide. But on Zepbound, it was extreme. And that is something that was holding me back from going back onto Zepbound. Don't know if it'll happen to me again, but it was happening. Even at the 2.5 milligrams, it was happening. So I don't know. But this time I do have it where I'm drinking. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I had to go get coffee 2 days ago. And I don't like Red Bull and any type of carbonated drinks. I don't do that. But I had to go get Celsius in the middle of the day. I can't even drink the whole thing because it upsets my stomach. But I had like I have one can that will last me 3 days, and so I had to do that because I was fatigued. The second side effect, I am very shocked to say this and to report this. I cannot believe that I'm having it, and I hope it goes away. But the next side effect that I have is vivid dreams and trouble sleeping. When I had Zepbound, when I was taking Zepbound, I had vivid dreams. I mean, dreams where you couldn't tell me they were not real, and my dreams were not of positive things. And so I started to kind of take note of the fact that I was having problems with staying asleep because I would wake up afraid in my dreams or just having anxiety in my dreams. And I noticed that this past week I started having vivid dreams. Now, were they as intense as when I was on Zepbound? No, they were not as intense as when I was on Zepbound. However, they were still vivid dreams that woke me up out of my sleep. And I can say there are some personal things that I'm dealing with right now that may have affected that. I don't know if people can relate to that when you're having some issues or things going on in your life or with your kids or with your family members, and you go to sleep and it's on your mind and it's in your dreams and it wakes you up and it comes out as something different. I don't know if it was that. I just want to report it because I did not sleep very well this week. I actually got the majority of my sleep and I got really good sleep last night, and that's why I take my shot. I've been taking my shot on Friday nights because now the fatigue, I can sleep it out, and I actually slept really well last night. So I have dealt with that during the week. It's kind of made me feel kind of down and just tired because I'm not sleeping, and then I have the fatigue. So if you can relate, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now on the good side, I did exercise this week. We decided to go outside and exercise. I have a short that I put out this morning about that. So we decided to go outside. Let's get outside. It's summer. Let's have some fresh air. It was a whole thing. And because it was raining, there's mosquitoes. I got bit up. I'm still dealing with mosquito bites and things like that. So going outside will probably not be on the top of my list moving forward. But we did do it. We made a conscious effort to do it, and that I think it made a difference in shocking my body and doing something different. There's absolutely nothing wrong with weight training. In fact, I'm starting to like weight training. There's nothing wrong with that, but I do think that you have to switch it up. My injection site. So this week I went back into my stomach and I did my injection on my lower right side of my stomach. I tried my thigh. I did say I was going to do my thigh. I tried that last week and I felt the needle. So I did not do my thigh last week. I actually tried and I tried two different areas. It was like, no, maybe I don't have enough fat. I know I have a lot of fat in my stomach. It works for me. So I did do my lower part of my stomach this week. I had no problem, no pain, no issues. It is starting to be the area to go to, and I don't like that. You're supposed to switch it around. So I would try my thigh again next week and see. Maybe I was in the wrong area and I didn't do it in the right. I don't know. I have stretch marks on my thighs, and I've saw videos where it says you shouldn't do it there because inside the stretch marks, if the skin is thin, it's gonna. Am I overthinking it? I don't like needles. I'm overthinking it. What I do have to say, though, I mentioned in the last video, is I'm no longer um, dreading shot day because I know that's when I weigh in, and so I equate the weigh in with something good. I still don't like needles, but I'm not. I'm getting better with being more comfortable with giving myself the injection. So that I do have to say. I'm not saying, yay, let's do this. I am saying, okay, there's a purpose for what I'm doing and let's get it out the way. I am literally going to show a video and I don't know when because it's super embarrassing of the first time that I gave myself an injection. And when I tell you it was embarrassing, it to me is embarrassing, which is why I've never put it out. But now I'm to the point where I'm getting better. I still have hesitation. I still have thoughts of wait a minute. I am still putting it off. I'm still doing something else and then the needle just sitting there. I'm still doing that. But I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm still going to give myself some grace and some credit that I'm actually doing it. And so I can say that for those who are thinking about starting this or thinking about going on to the journey that we are on, it is going to be different in the beginning, maybe not difficult depending on you as a person, but it's going to be different. And as time is going on and you are seeing some results or you are looking forward to the results, you will stop thinking so much about the difficult part and start thinking about the goal that you're trying to reach. And so I am doing it. When it comes to my measurements, I did my measurements for the last video because I feel that I can gauge a little more with my weight loss based on my measurements. And because anyone who's losing a large amount of weight will still have some body dysmorphia, or you'll be thinking that you're bigger than what you are. It's good to be able to see a number on the scale and as opposed to your clothes. I keep making the statement that I do see a difference in my clothes. Is it a considerable difference? It is not a considerable difference. It's I can see, a little bagginess or something like that, but I cannot say that for sure. I went down a bunch of sizes. I have not lost a lot of weight. I have lost inches. And even though I've lost inches, I have gained inches in some areas where the weight it doesn't add up. Let's just get to my results. We're not going to make this a very long video because I do have some running around to do, and we are out again today for a work trip. So I haven't packed anything. That's just me. Let me just get out. So last week I weighed 172 point something. I'll put it up. No, over here. I'll put it over here. I weighed 172 point something. And as lowest that I saw on the scale was 171, but that was in the middle of the week, and then it came back because that's a fight that I'm always fighting. And now this is like the second week that I've been steady on that medication along with my compound Tirzepetide, and so I don't know what to expect. I just wanted to get to the 171 that I was at before, sometime in those weeks, and then to me that's a win. So with the 172 that I was last week, point something that I was last week, I got on the scale today. I actually took a picture of the scale because I could not believe what this scale was saying. I took a picture of this scale, and I'm just going to put the picture up right here of what the scale said. I can't believe my weight. This week I weighed 168.8. I went past the 171. I don't even know how. Let me be honest with you. I had pizza this week. I know. This is my accountability channel. This is my Don't Hold Back channel. And I have whoever out there that's listening to me to hold me accountable. So let me just be honest with you. I actually had pizza this week. I had ice cream yesterday. We had an ice cream gathering at the job for lunch. And I don't eat ice cream because I'm lactose intolerant. But I had Halo Top. And I had like a little sherbet thing. I put sprinkles on my ice cream. And I had 2 brownies, and I hate chocolate, but I don't know what was going on sometimes that time of month, whatever. But I had all of that. This week I actually did get up in the morning, and I made breakfast. So I made sure that I had a bunch of protein this week. That did happen. But I can tell you, my nutrition was not the best this week. It definitely was not the best this week. It's been worse, but it was not the best this week. And I did not expect to lose over 3 pounds in 1 week. In fact, since I have been on this medication, I know people are like, oh, I lost 10 pounds in a week. Oh, I lost 5 pounds. I have not. I have lost maybe 2 pounds. I have never lost this amount of weight in 1 week. And let me even be more honest with you. I forgot 2 days to take my medication for my inflammation. I forgot 2 days to take that medication. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing it. And my water intake was horrible. I tried my best to get in a bunch of water, but for some reason this week I just felt so full, it was hard for me to get water. But for me to have lost that amount of weight, I'm going to celebrate this week. I'm going to try to lose this week, and hopefully my body does not go back and reclaim that next week and say, okay, now you're doing the right thing, and put it back on. Like, let's just hope, because I'm out of the 170s. And so at this point, according to my eventful scale that did not want to calibrate this morning, I have lost 28.5 pounds. And to me, that's not a lot for some people, but I am going to accept that 28.5 pounds in 34 weeks is where you're supposed to be on a healthy level. That is still a little less than half a pound a week. And according to my nutritionist, that is a healthy weight loss. So even though I lost a lot in this 1 week, when I put it all together for 34 weeks, that is not bad. That's not bad at all. I hope that my weight loss remains steady. I'm not saying I want to lose 3 pounds a week at all, because that's crazy. But I just want it to be steady, to where I can get to my weight loss goal in, the next few months, because my wallet could really help. Just let me just be honest about it. But for now, I am ecstatic. If you guys have suggestions of some things that I could take at night to help me sleep, I know I'm supposed to take a magnesium. I'm not good at that, but I need to start taking that. And if you have anything that you could suggest, I would appreciate it. But I'm going to try my best to try to start back doing my weight training, and that helped me sleep because it just made me tired and it helped me to sleep. So maybe that'll be it. I want to say that I appreciate you guys making it to the end of this channel, at the end of my video. I appreciate those who have been supporting us, me and my husband, and I appreciate all the likes and the comments. I appreciate all of that. Thank you so much for clicking on this channel, because you could have watched something else. And I appreciate the fact that you guys will probably be here next week. So like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for me, especially with these new side effects, let me know. Richard, I know people have asked about him. My husband is still on his plateau. He's still very frustrated with it. And that was one of the reasons why we did do the outside thing, is that we're trying to find different things to shock his body into moving past this. So his doctor has also went up to 10 milligrams with him. He started already. I have not gotten my medication yet. But yes, let's just, we're going to keep moving forward and try and get through this whole thing. So again, like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and be prepared for new things that are coming up. We also have some shorts that are out there. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.